If you just bought a Thrustmaster T300RS, do not plug it in yet. One wrong move and you will snap the connection pins or lose the force feedback due to overheating. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to properly mount the base, the upward arrow rule for the rim, and the 2026 driver settings you need for Windows 11. Step 1. Secure the base. This motor is strong, so it needs to be rock solid. Slide the base onto your desk, take the large T-handle screw and feed it through the mounting clamp. Thread it into the hole at the bottom of the base. Now tighten it until there is zero movement. If your desk is slippery, put a piece of rubber or a thin mouse pad between the base and the desk. Now that the base is stable, we can safely attach the steering wheel without it sliding around. Step 2. Attaching the rim. Look at the arrows on both the base and the wheel. Both arrows must be pointing straight up. If they aren't perfectly aligned, you will bend the connection pins and do some damage to your steering wheel that you do not want it to happen. Now slide the wheel on gently. Then turn the plastic ring anti-clockwise until it's hand tight. Now rotate the wheel halfway. Do you see this tiny hole? You must tighten this screw. If you skip this, the force feedback will eventually unscrew the locking ring while you are driving. To detach the wheel later, just loose this screw and turn the ring clockwise. Software time. Flip the switch to PS3 mode. Even in 2026, the T300RS needs to be in PS3 mode for PC drivers to work. Now connect the USB cable of the T300RS to the PC and wait for the wheel to do its calibration. Now download the 2024 driver package from the Thrustmaster website and install the drivers. After installation, hit the Windows button on your keyboard and type joy.cpl and hit enter. Then from there choose the T300RS and hit the properties. Now that we have opened the control panel, let's dial in the force feedback. Most people make the mistake of leaving the master gain at 100%. Don't do that, set it to 75%. This is the golden rule for the T300. It gives you the full detail of the road without overheating the motor, which causes the wheel to get mushy after 20 minutes. Leave the constant and periodic at 100%. Set spring and damper to 0%. We want the game to handle those forces, not the driver software, and make sure auto center is set by the game. Before we jump into a racing game, do this. Hold the mode button and press the SD button on the wheel. Once you see the red light flashes, the internal fan is locked to 100%. This is essential if you want consistent feel from the first lap to the last. Now let's do some settings adjustment in the game, which I chose Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5 is a bit tricky with wheels. Here are the settings to make it feel like a real sim. First, set steering linearity to 50 for a natural one-to-one feel. Turn vibration scale down to 0.4. Anything higher just feels like a cheap massage chair. Set force feedback scale to 1 and mechanical trail to 1.5. This makes the steering feel heavier and more realistic as you build up the speed. Finally, set the wheel damper scale to 0. The T300 is a belt-driven wheel. It already has natural damping, so we don't need the game to add fake weight. Here's why. The T300RS is a belt-driven wheel. Unlike gear-driven wheels like the Logitech G923, the T300 has natural physical resistance from its internal belts. If you add game damping on top of belt friction, the wheel becomes sluggish and slow. The only exception, if your wheel shakes or vibrates too much on the straightaways, you can add just 0.1 or 0.2 damping in-game to steady it. Otherwise, keep it at 0 for the most realistic feel. Now that your T300RS is properly mounted and your settings are dialed in, you are ready to stop fighting your hardware and start finding your pace. If you ran into any issues with the drivers or the arrow rule, leave a comment below. I read them all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more guides that actually work. I will see you at the next one. Cheers!